So we'll start in a chair sitting and we'll do a little bit of warm up with our feet and our legs before we come up to stand and start doing that balancing. So but that's just where we're going to go today. I just wanted you guys to know where we were. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And then, of course, when you're sitting on your chair, just make sure that you're sitting right close to the edge so that your feet are on the ground. So it's important we do a lot of grounding today, just to kind of get our feet prepared and our legs prepared when we come up to stand to do the balance. So let's go ahead and close the eyes. And you can rest your hands somewhere on the legs, or maybe you'll place them on the lower belly. And we'll start with the breath. So we're going to breathe in and out of the nose. So just noticing as we begin where your breath is. So maybe you could feel it more at the chest, maybe somewhere in the middle, maybe down to your belly. And if it's more of a chest breathe, so just make sure you're trying to relax into it. So chest breathing could be an indication of stress or anxiety. But if you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, you'll let that belly relax enough that you can feel the breath moving in deeper into the belly. And then just try to relax the shoulders and the face, especially the jaw. And then start to scan through the whole body. We'll begin at the head, and you're just going to work your way through the face and the neck and the shoulders, and then down the arms all the way to the fingers, and down your spine to the tailbone, down the front of the body, and then all the way down to the pelvis. And then from the hips and pelvis, down your legs, through the thighs, the knees, the shins, ankles, and feet. And we're just scanning through, noticing tension, discomfort, sensation, whatever it is that's showing up today. And this is just information for you. So if something's going on in your body, you need to modify for whatever reason, but just being curious. Sometimes we don't slow down enough to notice these little things. And it gives us an opportunity really just to check in with ourselves. Let's stay with the inhales and the exhales. And we're coming right up into spring here. So the changing of the seasons, the transition time. So as we work in this balance, we're going to practice on some of those earth elements, right? Just focusing in on staying grounded through the change, through the transition, and then slowing things down, because a lot of times we get so caught up in the shift and the change, and then we just had a time change, which can be very impactful. So we're giving ourselves grace here just to slow things down, really experience the balance when we're in it, what comes up when we're in it, and try not to rush through it. We're going to work through all those aspects. So be well prepared. So let's just stay with this breath, relaxing and staying present. About 2 more rounds of breath here. So we're going to go ahead and start with our intention. So we'll join our palms together, bring your thumb knuckles into the heart, nod your chin to your chest. So as we begin this practice of balancing, I want you to focus on just being really present, mindful, and then building up that resilience to any stress, anything that shows up when we're going through change, when we're going through transition. And we're going to let go of that intention. So you're going to extend your arms out away from the heart. You're letting it go. And then we'll just let those arms come all the way down by your side. So since we're doing a really focused class today on balance, all the aspects of balancing we're gonna work on while we're sitting, and then when we come to stand, we're gonna put those into practice, okay? So the first thing we're gonna focus on, obviously, is gonna be the eyes, because when we're balancing, we wanna be able to have a nice focused gaze, and that really keeps us like present. So we're gonna start with the eyes, so we're gonna join our palms together. We're going to create some heat. Okay, so we're gonna apply this heat over our eyes. So briskly rubbing those hands together. And then you're gonna cup your hands, you're gonna place them over your eyes. We're gonna take about 5 breaths here. If you're wearing eyeglasses, you're welcome to either A, take them off, or just keep them on and place your hands over top. So nice full inhalations and exhalations. Eyes are closed and you're just receiving the warmth, the energy into the eyes. 2 more breaths. Fully exhale. And then I want you to just take your hands away from your face, maybe about 5 or 6 inches. Open your eyes and just look at the palms of your hands. We're going to take these arms and extend them all the way out, but I want you to keep your gaze focused on the palms of your hands as you reach them away. So we're going to go from close to far away. So as you separate your hands, I want you to go ahead and take your gaze as far away as you can. Okay, when you're ready, let's go ahead and split those arms apart. And now you're taking your gaze as far as you can. So if you're sitting outside, you can really see pretty far, but if in your house, just go to the furthest wall or window. Hold that gaze. And then we're going to close the eyes. And as you open them, go right back to that gaze. And then we're going to do close gazing again. So close your eyes. Now extend one of your arms out in front and then fold your fingers and just have your thumb pointed up and you're going to look right at your thumbnail. They're going to go from your thumbnail to the far gaze. Go back and forth between the thumb and the far gaze. Do that 2 more times. And now hold your gaze on your thumb. We're going to only move the eyes, not the head. Start to take it out to the side. So you're just moving your eyes. Just go as far as you can, and then you're going to pause, and then you're going to bring that thumb back to the center. Just don't go ahead. Stay right with the thumb. Okay, now close your eyes. Switch hands. So you can put the other hand up. Thumb pointing up to the ceiling. And now open your eyes. Focus your gaze right on the thumb. Look far away. Look close. Look far away. Look close. Now we're going to go the other way. So hold your head still. Just move your eyes, taking it out to the side as far as you can. And then when you can't go any further with your eyes, you're going to stop and then go ahead and come back to the middle. Don't let your head turn. Don't get ahead of the thumb. That's the hard part. Now you're going to take the thumb and we're going to bring it to the nose. And you're going to hold your gaze right there until it touches your nose. And then you're going to release, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and then just open your eyes nice and wide. Okay, so that was the eye work. Next thing we're going to do is work on the legs and especially those feet. We'll do some feet standing and some sitting. So let's look down at our feet first. And if you're wearing socks, that's fine. But if you don't have socks on, you can look at your toes. Let's go ahead and lift all the toes off the floor so you can really lift them up and see if you can spread them out as far as you can. And then go ahead and place them back down on the ground. And now I want you to take your toes and kind of squish them up. And as you're doing it, you're drawing your toes back. Maybe you're going to feel your arches lifting. And then go ahead and push your toes all the way out. Let them spread, lift them up again, and then place them down on the floor. Let them spread out. So we're going to focus in on the points of the bottom of your foot that are important for balancing. One is the big toe mound. That's probably the biggest point. We use it a lot in yoga, but it's great for that push off when you're walking. But the big toe mound is this, not the big toe itself, but underneath of it, there's this like spot here where you can really press down into. So we're going to use that to kind of push into as you lift your heel. So let it be like more of the weight coming to the big toe, and then lower the heels. We'll do that 2 more times, just lifting and lowering. And go ahead and set it down. And the next point is going to be on the pinky side. So it'll be just like the big toe, but it's going to be all the way to the pinky side of your foot. So we're gonna work on that point next. So I want you to push more into the pinky side of your foot and lift up your heels and lower. 2 more times. And lower. And then the other one is the heel, right? So the heel, some people say inside, outside, I would say middle of your heel. So go ahead and push into your heels and then lift up the whole rest of your foot. So the arch is lifting, toes all lifting off the floor, and then set it back down. We will be doing this when we're standing up too. So heels pressing into floor, lifting up, and then one more of those. And lower back down. Now we're gonna just tap it out. Tap, tap, tap. Deep breath in now. Now relax the foot down. One leg at a time, we're just gonna work on stretching and moving the legs. So let's reach down and I want you to clasp your hands underneath of your right leg and go ahead and lift it off the ground. And then we're just gonna do some circles here with the lower leg, circling it around, go the other way, shake it out. And then we're gonna fully straighten the leg. You're gonna point and flex and then bend. Okay, so we're working the whole thigh, the knee joint, the ankle joint, and the foot. Stretch it out, point, flex, and bend. Stretch it out, point, flex, bend, and we'll do one more of those. Point, flex, and bend. Now we're gonna take the leg out to the side. You're gonna still hold it up there, and we're gonna stretch it out and in. So we're doing a little bit of external rotation. Out in. So this will be good when we do tree pose. And when tree pose, we have to be in this external rotation of the hip. One more of those. Bring it back to the midline, set it down on the floor. Go ahead and tap out those feet again. Couple deep breaths. And then we'll go to the other leg. So just take a moment before we switch sides and just notice what you feel. And sometimes you can feel a difference between the two legs, especially after we worked one and not the other one yet. So notice that. And then we'll go to the other side. So you're gonna clasp your hands. You're gonna lift that leg up, let it feel heavy. We're gonna circle the lower leg. And circle it the other way. And then we're gonna do those extensions. So we're gonna extend leg all the way out. You're gonna point your toes, you're gonna flex, and you're gonna bend the knee. So again, we're working the thigh, and the knee joint, and the ankle, and the foot. And bend, fully extend, point, flex, and bend. And we'll do one more of those. And bend, and now we're going to take it out to the side. You can just hold it with your left hand, and then we're going to stretch it out and bend it. And you'll feel it stretch in the inner thighs as well. Good, last one of those. And I go ahead and set it down. And we're gonna sit up nice and tall. We'll do a couple of breathing exercises here. So we're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, rotate your palms out, push down as you breathe out. Turn your palms out, inhale. And exhale. Okay, one more of these, and then we're gonna add on, inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna add our forward fold in. So we'll inhale. And then this time, as you get about halfway down, you're gonna hinge forward from your hips and then bring your hands down anywhere on your legs. You can bring them to the knees, shins, or all the way to the floor. Take a breath in at the bottom, and then you're gonna exhale, come all the way back up, reaching those arms overhead, and then exhale, arms by your side. And we're gonna repeat that 2 more times. Inhale. And as you exhale, when you get about halfway down with the arms, go ahead and hinge and fold forward. Take a full inhale at the bottom and then exhale, returning all the way up to extended mountain pose, and then exhale back to mountain pose. One more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale and then exhale, return. And exhale, arms all the way down by your side. And let's do a couple shoulder rolls here, just to release any tension. And then the other way. So when we're doing our balancing, a lot of times we're looking, so we're using our focused gaze to look at a point that's far away. So we're not really looking at our bodies. So the way to kind of bring awareness to where our body is in space is called proprioception. And how to increase that is to actually do touch, or I do tapping, right? So we're gonna do that now. We're gonna tap. We're gonna start at the shoulder. We're gonna tap down the outside of your arm and then up the inside. We'll do 3 of those and then we'll go to the other arm. So this just helps to awaken up the sensory, the nerves and stuff in your body so you can feel where it is. Go to the other side. Same thing. Okay, now we're gonna tap down the sides of your body on the middle and then sides, and then we're gonna go behind. So you're gonna tap your lower back. Take a breath or two there. That feels really good to tap the lower back. And then we're gonna go from the outside of your hips all the way down to your outside of your ankles, and we're gonna come up the inside of your legs. You're gonna tap down, and then you'll go to the inside, you're gonna tap up. We'll do that 2 more times. Outside of the legs, and then inside of your legs. Okay, and then we're gonna shake out those arms. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to stand up. So we're gonna scoot forward, walk your feet in a little closer, and we're gonna put our hands on our thighs, hinge forward. So we're gonna use our breath here. We're gonna inhale through the nose, and then as you exhale, you're gonna push down through the feet and the legs. You're gonna hover, and then you're gonna slowly stand up. So we're gonna really push down through the feet to come all the way up to standing. And then once you get there, we're gonna use our chair in different places, so we'll stand next to it, but we're also might be standing behind it at certain points. So let's start out with standing next to it, and then what you can do is you can separate your legs a little wider, okay? So we're gonna do our star pose, and star pose is you're just reaching out, so the arms are stretching out, the legs are out, and then the 5-pointed star is the head, top of your head, the fingers, and then the feet. So you're reaching out through the fingertips, you're reaching down through the legs, and then up through the crown. So it gives you this sense of spaciousness, but also I want you to really feel your feet on the ground here. So we're gonna breathe in and we're gonna breathe out. We're gonna look straight ahead. I want you to find that focal point. That's called the drishti, right? So we're holding that gaze as we're reaching our arms apart, pressing down through the ground, lifting up through the crown. Good, 1 more inhale. And then you're gonna fully exhale. And then we're gonna release the arms down. Okay, so we're gonna warm up a little bit with our legs, and then we're gonna come back to this star pose and we're gonna do balancing star. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stand behind your chair. Okay, so we're gonna stand behind it and we're gonna work those feet a little bit more. So if you stand up nice and tall, look down at your feet, make sure they're parallel. And we're gonna do the same thing we did on the ground, where you're gonna lift and spread your toes and then set them back down. And then don't watch your feet, but look straight ahead. Just feel your feet on the ground as you lift them off the ground and put them back down. Okay, now see if you can scrunch your toes up, and this will help you to lift your arches and then spread them back out. We'll do that again, scrunch them up, try to curl those toes and then put them back down. Now we're going to put all the weight into your toes. We're gonna lift up those heels and then you're gonna lower them back down. Do that 2 more times. Use your breath here and you'll exhale to lift and then inhale to slowly lower. 1 more of those. Okay, now hold on to the chair for this one, because this one, if it's gonna throw you off balance, we'll definitely do it. It's rocking back into your heels and lifting up the front part of your foot and the arches. And then come back down, feel completely grounded. We'll do that 2 more times, rocking back onto your heels, lifting up the rest of the foot, and then set it back down. We'll do 1 more, rock back and hold, and then set it back down. So we're gonna go lift up the heels, lower the heels, rock back to your heels, lift up the forefoot. 2 more, lift up the heels, lower the heels, rock back to your heels, lift up the forefoot. 1 more. And this gets into the ankles and articulation of the foot. Let's do 1 more because it does feel really good to do it. And then land, and then just go ahead and just walk in place, march it out, just feel your feet on the ground, and then stillness. Let's find mountain pose while we're standing here. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to practice Our first balance is really gonna be kind of simple. We're gonna stand facing towards the chair again. And all you're gonna do is shift your weight onto your right foot. We're gonna pick up the left foot. I'm gonna have you bend your knee and you're just gonna take your foot and you're gonna push it behind you. So you're engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. Don't let it just be here because it's not gonna be engaged, but push it back just until you feel those muscles being engaged. Because we're gonna work those too. Okay, so pressing back, feeling that, and you might feel a stretch in the front of your thigh as well. Let's breathe. Hold your steady gaze straight ahead as far as you can look. Notice what you feel. Standing leg, definitely working. All right, go ahead and release it. Shake it out. Now we're gonna do the other side. So each side can be different, so just be aware of that. Let's ground through the left leg and foot. And we're gonna pick up the right leg and you're gonna push it back. And you can tap and see if your glutes are firing, your hamstrings. Just tap back there, feel the muscles engaged, and then look straight ahead. We're holding this one. And if you want to play with like taking your hands off, maybe one hand off or both, and just see, and if you feel wobbly, just grab the chair again. So it's always good to kind of play with it and trust yourself. We're really trusting your body. All right, let's go ahead and release it and we're gonna shake it out. So the next one we're gonna do is actually a pose called stork pose. With this one, you can take both of your hands, I'll turn around so you can see, you can put both your hands behind your back and we're gonna pull the elbows toward each other. If you don't feel comfortable with both hands off, you can put one hand on the chair and keep one behind your back and do it that way. I'm gonna turn forward so you can see what it looks like from the front. So both hands or one on the chair and one behind your back. Okay, so we will balance on the leg that is furthest from the chair. So the other one will be your standing leg. So you're gonna lift it up. We're gonna hold it here. And then this one you could play with too, with your holding and letting go, holding and letting go. You can also put it behind your back. Make sure you're looking at your gaze point, not at your screen. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And if it feels too easy for you, of course, you can make it more challenging by moving that lifted leg. I could try like straighten and bend it a couple times. And if you start to feel unbalanced, you've got your chair right there. Let's hold it for another breath. And then you're going to release back to mountain pose and you can shake out those legs to reset. Now you want to do the other side, so you can turn around or you can spin your chair around, whatever you want, or you can use the wall. I'm just going to turn around and we'll do the other leg. So the leg that's closest to the chair is going to be my standing leg and the other leg will be lifting. And you're going to hold that focused gaze. And again, you can keep the leg just still, but if you want to make it harder, you can move the leg around. You can circle the ankle if you want. You could straighten and bend the leg. Good, another breath. And if you just, I just had to tap down to catch myself. See, if everybody falls out, you just get right back in. All right, let's release it. And again, we'll go ahead and just shake it out. You can walk in place, march, reset. All right, so I think we're gonna do tree next, and then we'll do the balancing star last. So with tree pose, you can also use the chair if you want for balance to help you. We're gonna do the outside leg will be the leg that's gonna come off the floor. The inside leg will be the leg that's strong. So first we're gonna set that standing leg. So grounding through the bottom of your foot, feel your toes, the big toe mound, the little toe mound, the heel, engaging those glutes, right? Those are all important for standing. And then we're going to bend the outside leg and we're going to turn it out. So we'll start with the heel resting on the inner ankle. And then you can put that hand over your heart and the other one's going to hold the chair. We'll all start here. And then I want you to find your gaze point. So you're looking at a place that's really far away. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a breath and then open your eyes, find the gaze point. And then when you're ready, you're going to slide your foot up your inner leg and you can place it down low. You can bring it up high. So you're going to choose where you're going to put it. We're going to hold the pose. We're going to breathe in and out. And if you want to practice taking your hand off, maybe just hovering right above it. That way you're right there to catch it if you feel wobbly. And just be present with whatever shows up. There's no rush. You have plenty of time to play with this one. And the more that you work it, the better you're gonna be at it. So doing it once in a while is never good enough. Sorry, you have to do it like a lot. I mean, like every day, if you really want to get better at balance. You do it integrated in your day. I do sometimes when I'm brushing my teeth or washing dishes, I might practice just doing a little balancing, cooking dinner. So just integrate like little couple minutes here and there throughout your day. And it is all cumulative, okay? Let's go step out of tree pose. Just take a moment to reset. You can close your eyes here, give your eyes a break. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it out, and we'll do the other side, which I'm going to turn around for, but you're welcome to go around and do the other side of the chair. All right, remember standing leg is going to be the leg we're going to stand on. So you're going to focus on the bottom of your foot, big toe mound, little toe mound, heel, and then your gaze point. And we'll bend that outside leg, place the heel on the ankle, and then hand to heart center. So let's breathe here, and then slowly you're going to move your leg, foot up your leg anywhere. So you can place it on the shin or higher. Steady gaze. Notice wobbles, and wobbles are good. You want to wobble. It's just your body getting stronger. And you can take that hand off if you want. Maybe take it off, put it back on. If you start to feel like you're going to fall, just grab that chair. Do it as much as you need to in order to stabilize. Another 2 breaths. We're holding the tree. And we're going to release. And then again, you could just walk it out, march in place, and then close your eyes, find mountain pose. Rest the eyes. Find your breath again. Inhale, exhale. And just let it go. Because sometimes things come up. You can get like stressed or worried about it, anxious about the fall, whatever it is that comes up when you're balancing. But just know that this is important work that you can do. And again, just integrate it into your day and it'll get better. Not that it's ever going to get easier, but some days are better than others. That's all I can say. Now we're going to go back to that 5-pointed star. So we're going to take our legs apart and your arms apart. And you want to have this chair here because when we come into the balance, we're actually going to use the chair for support initially, and then you might take your hand off. So let's reach the arms out, press down through the feet, reach out through the arms and lift up through the crown. Okay, so we're going to look straight ahead, not at your device. Breathe in. And exhale your breath out and take another inhale here. And now as you exhale, we're going to transfer your weight to the foot that's closest to the chair. We're going to lift up the outside leg, which means you're going to be tipping over, and this is where you're going to grab the chair. So we're going to reach out. We're kind of like a tipping over star. And then we're going to come back to 5-pointed star. We're going to do this in and out a couple times. So when you're ready, go ahead and exhale. Find it, shift, lift the outside leg, and grab the chair. Maybe practice taking your hand off and putting it on. And then land. Take a breath. We'll do one more. We're going to hold it for a little bit longer this time. Exhale, shift your weight, pick up outside leg, grab the chair, and then see if you could maybe try lifting your arm up. Okay, and we're going to land and relax. Step your feet together. Pause, notice, right? So maybe you feel a little stronger after you've done all this work. Good, give yourself a pat on the back because it is hard work, but it's good work. All right, other side. So again, I'm going to turn around. And so you'll step your legs apart. We're going to reach our arms apart. So you're feeling this energy, bottoms of your feet, out through the arms, up through the head. Find your steady gaze as you exhale. Shift your weight onto the leg that's closest to the chair. Pick up the outside leg. Find that balance. First one's going to be a little rocky. Land, take a breath. Exhale, go again. Shift, lift, maybe taking that hand off. Good. Land. We'll hold a little bit longer this time. Inhale, exhale, shift, Lift that outside leg, grab the chair, and then practice taking the arm off. Maybe yes, maybe no. There you go, feel the wobbles. And land, and release, and then back to mountain pose. And again, we're just breathing here. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, exhale, let it go. All right, last thing standing. You're gonna walk to the back of your chair. We're gonna take a stretch. This is gonna be like a downward facing dog. It's gonna feel really nice. Walk your feet back. Bend your knees, lengthen your spine, send your tailbone back. Let your head just rest between your upper arms. And let's take 3 breaths here and just feel all that goodness of the stretch and the breath moving through. Feel the bottoms of your feet. All right, now let's walk forward back to the chair. We're going to turn it back around again. And we'll go in front of it. We're going to walk all the way to the front of your chair. Stand in front of it. And then look back. Make sure you're close enough. Put your hands on your thighs. Slowly bend the knees. We're going to come down nice and slow. Gently land. And you're going to come back to seated mountain pose. All right, feel your feet on the ground. Breathe in and out. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings. We're going to stretch out those hips. Okay, so slide close to the edge of your seat. We're going to extend the right leg out. Heel on the floor, toes to the ceiling. Let's lengthen through the spine, all the way through the crown of your head. As you exhale, we're going to hinge forward. And you're just noticing where you're feeling stretch in the back of your leg. So come forward as much as you need to, just until you hit that stretch point, and then you're going to hold it. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Let your breath be a little bit longer on that exhalation. So maybe a 4 count inhale and a 6 count exhale. Make sure that knee is straight. Doesn't have to be locked out, but the straighter the knee, the better you're going to get a stretch in that hamstring, or the hamstrings, I should say. And then rest down into your feet, and you're going to come all the way back up, and we're going to slide that leg back underneath of us. We're going to do heel lifts, toe lifts, heel lifts, toe lifts. 1 more of those. Good. And then we'll do the other leg. So you're going to extend it out. Inhale. Exhale, you're hinging. And again, we're noticing back of the leg. So we're going far enough forward till we feel that stretch. You might feel it more towards the back of the knee. You might feel it more up towards the hip or somewhere in the middle. But wherever it is that you feel it, that's where we're going to stay with. Big breath in, exhale, a little bit longer than the inhale. Last breath in. Fully exhale out. And let's come all the way back up. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. Lift up the toes, lift up the heels. Toes, heels. 1 more. Good. Tap it out. All right, hip stretch is next. So we're going to do our figure 4. With figure 4, you have to be able to bring your ankle on top of your thigh. If you're not able to do that, you could use a prop underneath your foot, or you can just rest it in front of your ankle or shin. But if you have a yoga block, you could also pop it there, or a stool works really well too. All right, so we're going to reach down. We're going to grab this leg. We're going to lift it up. We're going to let it feel heavy in your hands. We're going to take it out and in, out and in. 1 more. Okay, and then you're going to pull it in, and you can use your hand to help you get it up there. Cross it over. And again, if it doesn't make it there, just place it in front of the ankle or shin, or prop it up. Okay, sit up nice and tall, and we're just going to move our bodies forward. And again, same thing when we did that hamstring stretch. You just want to come forward enough until you feel this sensation on this hip. Nothing should feel pinchy or burning. It should just feel like a nice warm stretch. Once you reach that point, we're going to stay there and breathe. And again, you want to keep that exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. One more in breath. Fully exhale. And then use your inhale to come all the way back up. And then you can uncross that leg. We'll tap on both out. And then we'll go to the other side. So this side could feel completely different than the other side. So just be aware of that. Okay, let your leg feel heavy in your hands. Go ahead and open and close. Take it out to the side. And then this one, you're going to bring it in and you can reach down and help it up and place it right on top of that other leg. Again, we're sitting tall and then you're going to hinge forward. Take your time with it. Really be like zoomed in on this hip, right? Wherever you meet sensation, that's where you're going to pause and breathe into that. Taking one more full inhale and then fully exhale. Use your inhale to come all the way back up. And you can guide and uncross. We're going to hold on to the bottom of the chair. We're going to take our legs a little wider. You'll be up on your toes and we're going to do windshield wipers, just letting those knees track right to left. Nice and easy. If you want to add on, you can also turn your head in the opposite direction of the knees. Right, so getting a little upper body movement here with the neck and the shoulders. The next thing coming up is going to be our twist. So this will get us prepared for that one. Good, one more each side. And then we'll come back to center. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. So we're going to do rotation, right? So we're working with more of this upper body from the ribs all the way up to the head. Everything else below it's going to stay really still. Okay, so let's breathe in and exhale. We're going to inhale, reach the arms in front, and we're going to turn to the right. So let your head stay in line with your sternum. And then you're going to place your left hand on your outer thigh and we're going to sweep the right arm behind you. Make sure you have enough room on that chair that you can place your hand just behind your tailbone. We're going to lengthen up and then you're going to use your exhalation to start the turn. Remember, it's the ribs and the shoulders, the neck and the head. And then the eye gaze can go even further. So see how far back you can look behind you with your eyes. So with each breath, we're going to inhale and find length and space. And then with each exhalation, you might find a little more space to move into. So use that breath to help you get deeper into the posture. And one more inhale. And then use your exhale to come all the way back to center. Put your hands on your thighs. We're going to do seated cat and cow. So you're going to exhale around your spine. Inhale, coming into extension. Couple more of those. Let them feel really nice on your spine here. Good, one more. And find ourselves back in neutral. And we'll inhale, reach those arms out in front. Exhale, you're going to turn to the left. And then let your right hand come to your outer left thigh. Bring the left hand behind you, just behind your tailbone. Press down, lift up. And then use your out breath to start to turn. Let your eye gaze go further back. See if the head and neck will follow. Find your breath here. Inhale, finding space, and use your exhales to move a little deeper. Good, take one more. And use your exhale to come all the way back to center, hands on thighs, and we'll do 4 more rounds of seated cat and cow. Rounding the spine, extending. So big breath in, exhale to round. Last one. And then back to neutral. Okay, so we're getting ready to go into Shavasana. So if you want, you can stay seated, you can lie on the floor. You can also use a prop. Like I'm gonna grab my pillow here. You can place that behind your back if you want to, and lean back into it for support. You can also prop your legs or just stretch those legs out. So we'll start out with a big stretch, reaching the arms out. You're gonna circle the wrists both ways. And we'll shake out those arms. Then come all the way down, and then you can hold on to the chair, and we're gonna stretch out the legs. And you can circle those ankles around. You can also shake those out, and then land. Place your hands on your lower belly. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, side out. And then close your mouth, and let's breathe in and out of the nose. This time you want your breath to be soft and gentle and relaxing. And then just start to progressively relax your body, starting with the face, relaxing the eyes, softening the jaw. Let the neck muscles release. And then feel that trickling down into the shoulders and the arms as you soften all the way down to the palms of your hands. Relaxing down your spine all the way to the tailbone. And then from your throat, all down the whole front of your body. And then just feel the back of the pelvis, the seat on your chair, and just soften around there. So this is where the tops of your hamstrings are. So relaxing down the backs of your legs to your heels, the bottoms of your feet. Relax all 10 toes. And then we're going to come up from the top of the foot, front of the ankle and shin, the knees and the thighs, right back up to the hips. Take another inhale. Fully exhale, let your whole body feel heavy, releasing all tension. We're going to start to bring awareness back into your body. Let's wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bend your knees. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take another stretch here. So let's reach those arms up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let the arms come all the way down. Feet on the ground. Let's feel our mountain pose again. And then we're going to bring that intention back in. So we're going to gather it up. Palms together, bring it back into the heart space. Nod your chin to your chest. Acknowledge your intention today, your practice, your efforts. And then most importantly, thank yourself for being here, taking care of yourself. And then on your next in-breath, we're going to move the thumb knuckles up to your third eye point, the space between your eyebrows. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.